Yes, the furthest part from the center of the Earth is a volcano. You might think it's Mount Everest, but that's not true. Since the Earth is spinning around in space, the two poles are kind of flattened out. So places at the equator are closer to the center of the Earth than places closer to the North and South Pole. And Mount Chimborazo, a volcano in Ecuador, is very close to the equator. Supervolcanoes are definitely possible. Eruptions are measured with the Volcano Explosivity Index, which measures the amount of material, lava, ash, etc., after an explosion. The largest explosion on record was Toba, which occurred 73,000 years ago. It plunged the world into an ice age. Toba was considered 8 on the VEI. The Yellowstone volcano is larger than Tokyo, the largest city in the world. If that volcano erupted, eventually the whole world would die. But that hasn't happened. Yet. It's true. As you're listening to me right now, there are about 20 active volcanoes erupting right this moment. 50 to 70 volcanoes went off last year, and 160 in the last decade. About 1,300 land volcanoes erupted in the last 10,000 years, or so geologists estimate. You didn't know this because 3/4 of all these volcanic eruptions happen underwater. Most of them are erupting away and no one knows, not even geologists. This is because these volcanoes occur at mid-ocean ridges, where tectonic plates spread apart. With underwater volcanoes and land volcanoes combined, an estimated 6,000 volcanoes erupted in the last 10 millennia. Nope, it's not on Earth. It's on Mars. Olympus Mons, a volcano on Mars, is a shield volcano that rises up to a whopping height of 27 kilometers. It also measures a magnificent 550 kilometers across. Since there aren't any plate tectonics on Mars, scientists have come to the conclusion that Olympus Mons was so large because without the plates, even a single hotspot would be able to shoot away for billions and billions of years, making the volcano bigger and bigger. Imagine the size of that thing. Volcanoes are huge, and most of them take thousands of years to fully form, which is quite a reasonable time. But some, on the other hand, can grow super quickly. An example would be Particulatin, a cinder cone volcano. This volcano appeared in Mexico on February 20th, 1943. In just 1 week, it was already 5 stories tall, and in 1 year it was more than 330 meters tall. It stopped growing at 424 meters in 1952. That's pretty fast for a volcano. Not only is this fact scientifically proven, but logically speaking, zillions of years ago there was no water. Sedimentary rocks need water to form, and metamorphic rocks need sedimentary rocks to form, while igneous rocks grow deep under the crust or after a volcanic eruption, and neither of these processes require any water whatsoever. See, you can use logical thinking to find out many different things. Pumice is an extrusive rock, which means it is formed when a volcano erupts. The explosive and turbulent forces trap billions of tiny air bubbles in the magma. When the magma, now into lava, cools down, voila, you get the floating pumice. It resembles a sponge minus the fact that the sponge soaks up water. Also, pumice has a lower density than 1, which is the water's density. This is the main reason why pumice floats in water. Now, you must be thinking, wait a sec, I don't see any sedimentary rocks covering the land I'm looking at. This is because all those sedimentary rocks are covered by sand or the like. Also, since sedimentary rocks are a mixture of many other rocks, they would be the most common. But don't go digging through the roads to find a sedimentary rock, okay? Another interesting fact about sedimentary rocks is that fossils can only be found in them. Yes, they could be found in metamorphic rocks too, but only like once in a blue moon. As more and more layers are added to the rock or ground over the millennia, fossils of dead animals are trapped in there too in some of the layers. You can't find them in igneous rocks for one obvious reason. Animals don't live down in the core or mantle of the earth, or they don't sprout out of a volcanic eruption. Yep, metamorphic rocks are morphed forms of other rocks. In Greek, meta means change and morph means form. Metamorphic rocks are formed when a physical or chemical reaction changes the original form of a sedimentary or igneous rock. As an example, this could happen from chemicals underground. For example, marble actually used to be limestone, but then it morphed into marble. It's cool to think that metamorphic rocks aren't what they used to be.